Greetings from Las Vegas. I am on the Scrambler today, the 2025 Triumph Scrambler 400X. Lori is in her 2016 Chevy Corvette Stingray. And we are starting at the Wildfire Casino actually this is Henderson. But we are gonna do a earlier morning ride. It's before 8 a.m. So for us, that's pretty early. Trying to beat the heat. It's supposed to be 102 today. It was 107 yesterday. It's mid-June. We're gonna take a short trip down to Lake Las Vegas and do a little loop around that. There's 3 hotels. There's the Monte Lago, a Hilton, and Westin are the 3. So we're gonna go check those out and walk around the little village in the Lake Las Vegas area. We haven't been there in a while. We're kind of curious to see how many businesses are still open down there, and there's a lot of new housing development going on. So we're wondering, is that helping this little village area with all the shops because of all the new housing going in? Is it driving more businesses to be successful in that area? Hopefully it is. So let's hit the road, and it's just a couple of miles down the road from here, and do our little loop and check out the village at Lake Las Vegas and have a little fun before it gets too hot in the Las Vegas sun. So, let's head on out. Gotta love that sound, don't you? From the Wildfire Casino to Lake Las Vegas, and we'll do it with audio this time. So this is Lake Mead Parkway. If you keep going straight on this, you'll end up in the national park, the Lake Mead National Park. There's an actual gate that's, where you have to pay to get in, or if you have your park pass, obviously you just go through. And just before that is the Lake Las Vegas community. And I did a little reading on that. There was just a lot of fighting and politics and stuff to get this community ever established in the first place. Some guy by the last name of Adair was a person that originally purchased some land along Lake Mead. And it's one of those, I think it was almost one of those, surprise, you missed this spot, and I just bought it. And the government was going, whoa, hold on. We're building a national park around this lake, and we intend to have all the land surrounding it for a big national park. And he kind of said, well, too bad, it's mine. And eventually they worked out a land exchange deal where, oh, great. What are we, traffic light inspectors today? He worked out a land exchange deal where he ended up with what he has now, which is essentially, at the time, was the Lake, the Lake Mead Wash, or the Lake Las Vegas Wash, or something like that, that they eventually shored up and developed into an actual small lake. And then that's where this golf course community was built around that. And in addition to the community, they built 3 hotels and a little village with shops and bars and restaurants. And there's even I don't know how long, if the market's been there the whole time or if we just missed it when we were here in the past. So, but there's a market for the locals, which is really nice. One of the core, so there's the Monte Lago, the Hilton, which used to be, I believe the Hilton used to be a Ritz-Carlton, which was a real big deal. And then a Westin up the street, and we'll go past all of these. And the Monte Lago was a casino as well. this was so cool. When we first moved here in 2005, this was we'd come out here periodically to just enjoy the location, enjoy the casino. And heck, we even came out one time. Friends of ours are jazz fans, and they had Kenny G tickets. So we came out, and you'd sit on the lawn. There's right along, adjacent to the village, there was a lawn area you could sit on the grass. And there was a raft floating right along the edge of the water, and that's where the musicians would play. Some Kenny G right there. It was nice. I think another time we were here during the Christmas holiday season, and they had that raft turned into an ice skating rink. It's pretty damn cool. So it's a nice place. We back in I don't know, 2006 maybe, New Year's Eve, we spent New Year's Eve here. Some of our friends, Paul, the husband, is a musician, and he was playing at the Old Dubliner pub in the village for New Year's Eve, and we came and just, sipped on some beers and some curry chips and watched him play, and then had a room at a place next door, a 2-suite room that we shared, which was great. So, didn't have to drive after that night of drinking and music and curry chips and all that stuff. So, good times and good memories from this place. And we're seeing it off into the distance here. There's more construction going on over here. There's a lot of growth happening in this area right now. Henderson, just recently in the Las Vegas Review-Journal, was announced to be one of the top 5 growing cities in the USA right now for populations greater than 250,000. So there's a giant master plan community called Cadence that we just passed on the left, and this is Lake Las Vegas entrance already. Comes up pretty quick, especially when I'm running my mouth. And it's really pretty. I don't think it's here anymore. There used to be a waterfall right up front here, but I think some of that water feature stuff is frowned on now, and understandably so. But you pull right in, and there is a little bit of a waterfall thing. It's still there. Nice. Right there. Isn't that pretty? It's a nice way to enter your community, to see that. And then a little pond here, some ponds as part of the golf course. People out there playing right now. It's a really pretty community. Another pond on the right here, a couple of them. Oh, and a view of the Strip. That's another cool thing. You're separated from it, but it's just right there. Kind of like Mount Charleston is with snow. They don't force the snow on you in Vegas. It's voluntary. So if you want to go play in the snow, just drive 45 minutes over to Mount Charleston, or however far it is, depending on where you live. And there's the Las Vegas Strip from Lake Las Vegas off in the distance. Very nice. This always used to be regarded in our minds as, you gotta be rich to live here. And Celine Dion used to live in here when she was doing her Caesar's Palace residency. I don't know if she still has a place in here or not, but that type of rich. But I don't know if it's still that way or not, because they've added so much more housing in here. Maybe it is affordable to mere mortals now. All this development going on up to the right here. A lot of construction vehicles coming in and out. I assume this is... Oh, that looks like a resident. Pretty nice to have a golf course community like this where you can just bop around. Oh, I'm going to have to give this guy plenty of space. Where you bop around on golf courses from section to section. I assume you can probably pop around on golf carts, not courses. Where I assume you can take it down to the market if you want. And then just to the right here is normally where we would turn when we come in here, but today we're going to go straight to do a little bit more sightseeing before we come back. So this road to the right, Monte Lago Boulevard, is where Monte Lago is, and the village, and parking garage where we're going to go. But we're going to do a quick little loop first to take a peek at some of the other properties in here. So on the right is the Hilton, and I'm pretty sure this is the one that used to be the Ritz-Carlton. And look at this place when you go, look at this. It goes over the water, partially. What a cool, amazing building. What a cool property. And we're going to hang to the right here. We'll get more views of it. That is just badass. And then just to the left of that, on the other side of that crossover, is where the village is, with all the little shops and restaurants and things like that. And I get this must be part of it. Yeah, it looks like this is just an extension of that Hilton, I guess. Luna de blah blah blah. Yes, it's one of those where they have all these. Okay, and there's this new house. Yeah, you can see them. They're still building it over there. And then far to the right is the village. We'll be over there in a little bit. I'm joking around. You know, you start slapping some Italian names on side streets and neighborhoods, and you know the prices are going up because everybody goes, ooh, it's an Italian theme. Sorrento neighborhood there. And more of the golf course here. Just everywhere you look, it's just, man, really nice. What's this one here? Eleganza. A lot of people out golfing this morning. That's great. Get it in early before it gets too hot, which is smart. Reflection Bay. And I believe, oh, maybe not. The Westin is going to be coming up pretty soon. These look like condos. Yeah, they are. Huh. Vita Bella at the Lake Las Vegas Resort. Yeah. Yeah, here's the Westin. This is a pretty property. They just do such a nice job of designing these, so when you first pull in, you feel really like, oh, I'm really treating myself. And you probably are. Really nice. Vita Bella. It's like, the old saying, like Harley Davidson, the other thing. What does HD stand for? Oh, Harley Davidson. No, $100. You go into a Harley Davidson shop, you're not leaving without at least spending $100 in there. Of course, you can say that about the grocery stores nowadays. More golf course area. Golf maintenance building being created. And this is Lake Las Vegas Parkway, so we're going to hang a left here. This is us completing our loop. And we're going to head back to Monte Lago now. I wonder if those... I'm assuming these are condos as well on the left side here, because those are some very large buildings. It's just really interesting. Really pretty what they're doing. There's a spot with a guardhouse and everything. Guess I'm going too slow. This is a 35 on this one. What the heck? These are tiny little, well, I mean, not tiny, but these are modest places with 3-car garages. That's more our speed right there. Single story with a 3-car garage. Heck yes. Sign me up. I might have to check that out as soon as Ed McMahon delivers my check. And this view coming down the hill here, wow. It's like a Southwest plane flying in over the top of everything. We're getting back to where this is where the Hilton was, Hilton / Ritz-Carlton. And at the top of the hill, we'll turn left onto Monte Lago, right? I think that's what it is, Monte Lago Road Boulevard. Then they have a nice covered parking area that we can stop in and for free. That's right. You get to like park like royalty for free. Waterfront homes, lake access, the village, Seasons Grocery. Not really sure what this parking lot is here. And then if we get up high here, we can see the top of the parking garage. There. That's where we're going to turn in. This is where we always used to come and park. And then they have a crosswalk that you would just cross over into the casino, which this used to be right here. I don't know what it's used for now. I think it's still hotel. Oh, it still says, oh, Hilton parking, something water sports. Yeah, valet, all kinds of cool stuff. So. And we have our shade. Hooray for shade. So the bike will be comfy when we get back out from our little walk around the village. Here we are. So, here we are in the parking garage. I forgot my glasses and my hat, so we're just going to deal with it. And we're going to head on down into the village and just do a quick walk around and see what it looks like and see the state of things now. Is it deteriorating and dying, or is it starting to get revitalized because of all the new homes that are being built? It'd be nice to see if there were more things coming back. So let's go check it out. We are 5 floors up. So yeah, we're taking the elevator. I thought about taking the stairs. Usually that's what we'll try and do, but 5 floors, it might be our cutoff unless we're on a cruise ship. So, pro tip, you park on 5, just walk down 1 level, because there is no way to get into the village from ground level from this parking garage unless you go back out on the road. I went down to 1, nope, 2, nope, 3, nope, you have to actually be on 4. Ah, I see, you go straight ahead for the village. And it actually says on the sign before you get on the elevator, L for village and all that stuff, but Lori was trying to come back up from 1 up to 4 and it wouldn't let her off. She had to get off at 3. So if you park on 5, just walk down the stairs 1 level and you're fine. And here we are, overlooking the village. So, and then the Hilton as well. Pretty stuff. So let's keep on going further in and see what we see. So at the end of the walkway on level 4, here's the stairs down to the village. UPS store right here. Oh, this is pretty. This is the Hilton right to the left. I guess you just go in there to go into the Hilton, if you didn't go into their main entrance on the other road. And it's really pretty. Everything's design-wise, it's really nice. I guess we have to go to the left because this is just dirt here. Yeah, I guess we're expected to go to the left here. So. All right. So this is a nice little courtyard here. Restaurant called The Perfect Paws over here. Obviously P-A-W-S. It's intended for pet friendly, obviously. Patio seating with your pets. Very cool. Very nice. I guess Lori pointed this out earlier, but I didn't notice it. Look at that. At The Perfect Paws, they have little tents in here to keep your pets out of the sun while you're hanging out and having your food. That's really nice. That's thoughtful. Sonrisa Grill, Mexican food over here.
Very good.
Yeah, that's nice. Still there. That's good to see. And I was talking earlier about, we came down here a long time ago and sat on the lawn and saw Kenny G playing. And this is where we were sitting. This is that lawn area where you just sit on the grass, and there's a little stage down there. Well, maybe he wasn't on the floating thing. I don't know. But we're looking down this way and seeing him. But there's our first good solid view of Lake Las Vegas right there. Really pretty. It's really serene. Early in the morning here. Then if we do kind of a 360 with the Hilton behind us. Pretty nice. Let's see what else is available down here. It's a Friday, so I wouldn't expect, Friday around, what is it, around 9 o'clock, something like that?
9 a.m.
Yeah, it's 9 a.m. on a Friday, so I wouldn't expect there to be a whole bunch of people in here, because unless it's retirees, they're probably at work. In the village area, it's not huge, but it is pretty big. I think the idea was, I think the concept was some sort of a little Italian village kind of thing, right?
Yeah, this is mainly for the locals.
Right.
You just cross it. There's the one over there.
Okay. This will take us down to the waterfront here.
There's a lot of restaurants, little boutiques.
Which is, what's that?
The bunny.
Oh yeah, look at that. I thought she was pointing at a statue or something, but no, it's an actual little bunny rabbit. Small one. And there he goes. That is so cute. Good eye.
He was eating a little, something probably growing.
Maybe a little berry or something like that.
Yeah. He was cute.
Grass area is closed, do not enter, so probably only for events and stuff. Oh, this place is closed. This is unoccupied right now to the right of us. Let's see. There's just a ladder blocking off part of the thing. There's a pizzeria restaurant thing here. All right. Morning.
Morning.
Tokyo Social House. Huh. And then this is this the main area? I think, yeah, where you'd come down and there would be, at one point there was an ice skating rink they would have set up here, or sometimes, obviously, musicians. And so if you look off this way, a bunch of more shops. It looks like some of them are, this one says new market available. Tokyo Social House. Yeah, this place is for sale. Oh yeah, that's the one we just went by that's closed. So what's this one? It just says Ristorante Italiano Luna Rossa. Okay. We've actually been down here also for a car show before, where they bring a bunch of cars right into these areas. Oh, there's Mr. Bunny Rabbit again. I don't know if you can see him, but he's down by eating some vegetation. He just went behind that big pot.
Another bunny?
Yeah, it might have been the same one. Probably was.
There he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a baby.
Oh, that's cute. This is an ice cream place here. This one here.
It's an ice cream. Milkshakes.
What did it say? Bella Linda, something like that. Let's go up to the water here for a second and just kind of do a close-up view of what you can see here. I always thought it would be interesting to be in one of those rooms floated, or, you know, suspended above the waterway there. People out doing a little kayaking already. Get a little ice cream, sit on the patio overlooking the water. Pretty nice. That's kind of funny. You have a kid down here, almost like she's going, I know it's 9 o'clock, but I'm ready for ice cream. When are you guys going to open up? It's kind of what it looked like there. So, all right, let's continue exploring. So it's Bella Linda, Gelateria Italiana, and more. So shave ice, Italian gelato, coffee. That'd be nice right now. Open at noon. Okay, that makes sense. And there's Mimi and Coco's Bistro. Looks like this opens up at 11. Nice opportunity to look around when there's not any congestion, you know? So this is the Seasons Grocery. They have their own little parking area here, which is nice for locals. Oh. All right. Little seating area around. I wonder if you can get coffee and stuff in here as well. Shopping carts. I can imagine you're probably going to see a lot of locals come here on golf carts as well, if they have them for the golf courses, if they have personal ones. So very cool, very nice. I'm going to take a load off for a moment. Momento. Oh.
Some shade.
All right. And the market here is quite extensive. There's like a deli, and they do coffees and everything. So, hell yeah! I even got a souvenir hat. Cool place. Well, we had a nice little break at the Seasons Grocery. Got some drinks. Sat in the shade for a minute. I'm gonna do a little bit more exploring before we wrap this one up. It's a nice little shop. There's all this water sports stuff that you see signs about. And this is that area right here. Homeowner lake access information. And waivers must be filled out prior to entering the dock. All kinds of stuff you can get here. Pretty nice. One of the nice things here is a lot of shade. I mean, it's probably the time of day, but this nice narrow street here, and then as you head up at the end of the street, this is was the entrance to the what do you call it, Monte Lago Casino, and then up on the far left is where the old Dubliner pub was that we used to enjoy going there. Sotheby's International Realty here. There's another hair salon. Clearly that one's still open for business. The golf cart place. Looks like some kind of a cafe or something here. Medical spa and wellness. And the view back to the water. So we have a nice cafe here called Mrs. Coco. Coffee and tea specials, champagne pastries. Laurie says she's been in there before with friends and it was really nice. And then this is, it looks like it just says the pub. This was the old Dubliner that used to be our favorite place to hang out along here. And it looks like it's still, yeah, TV and stuff is still on, so it's still a thing. And the entrance to the casino here, which is not a casino anymore, so that's kind of a bummer.
That looks like a speakeasy now.
And, oh, this right here, oh yeah. The Speakeasy, libations, gambling, and tobacco. Huh. Okay. Interesting. And I don't know what is going on, if this will ever become a casino again or if it's just going to remain a hotel. It's kind of a shame. So there is still some business here, but it's not vibrant. It's not we were kind of hoping to see this resurgence of activity in this area with a lot of new stuff, but not really seeing that yet.
Yeah, most of this stuff looks like it's
Maiden Lane.
boarded up.
But yeah, a lot of these places are still boarded up. So like here's an example of tapas and they have paper over the walls or insulation, whatever. So that's a shame. This one's empty here. Maiden Lane. This looks like it's still open. Is this a consignment place? Maybe. And then the UPS store, and we are back to the beginning. From the parking garage back to at least the Mexican restaurant is still here, so that's pretty good. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for this visit to Lake Las Vegas in mid-June 2025. It's a beautiful place, great place to live. I wouldn't mind living out here. We were both just saying that. It's so peaceful. We have a lot of road noise behind our house where we live, and there's just here, about as noisy as it might get is a noisy water fountain behind you when you're trying to film, but you have plenty of birds and rabbits and turtles in the water we were seeing, and it's peaceful. It's really nice. It would be great to see more businesses fill in. This is the section we just walked down, and a lot of the business spots are empty right now, which is sad.
It's a shame.
But as the growth continues, maybe they'll have enough business to warrant putting more places in here if they can get, I mean, you can't put in a business and just not have customers. So, you know, hopefully bit by bit they'll be able to fill in again. But so until next time, if you like these sorts of videos, if this is useful for you,
Like and subscribe.
don't forget to subscribe so you'll be notified when we put out more trips to places around the Las Vegas area. That's our whole thing. Day trips or short morning trips like this to beat the heat. So until next time, drive carefully and come back soon. I guess it's 10 o'clock. Is it charming? Or is it annoying? I guess only the residents can tell you.